Yes, it is. Guess how we know that. So welcome to Any Sunday Songwriters. It's called that because during the pandemic, my second Sunday show at Kick Butt Coffee was shut down. Um, and I put it online, and it took about 4 seconds to realize that I was no longer tied to any particular Sunday. I could do it any Sunday I pleased, hence, Any Sunday Songwriters. And I also realized that I could have guests from wherever I chose. So, my guests today are Mike Berman, who I met in a song circle from far west, and he is in Alhambra, California. And I knew where that was. I was so pleased with myself. So, welcome, Mike. It's good to see you here.
Thank you, Jan.
And my next guest was going to be Indie Soul, who could not be with us because of emergency job issues. And so instead, we are so fortunate to have Rob Lytle, who is not so fortunate today. He's coming to us from the side of the road in a RV that won't start or won't roll or something. And he's doing a hero's service here. So thank you for being here, Rob.
Thank you. It's great to be here, and it's great to be with you. It's great to play a little music and get a little boost, and then I'll hopefully get back on the road. So I hope that gives me some good karma.
I'm sure it does for something, if not for that.
Yeah.
So, Mike, how would you like to kick it off for us? Tell us a little about yourself and sing us a song.
Sure. Well, I'm a very young songwriter who's been alive for a long time, but I really started writing songs seriously about 5 years ago, and especially really it was kind of a pandemic thing, like so many changes that people had, and so I decided about a year ago that I was gonna devote a significant part of my life to singing songs. Hey, Karen, and writing and singing songs. So it's very nice to be here, and I'm looking forward to seeing Karen at Far West.
Next
But let
two
me sing
weeks,
this
three
one.
weeks.
Yeah. Are you coming out for that, Jan?
Yes,
Yay. Great. We'll look
I'm
for.
excited about it.
So yeah, we met on the virtual campfire that Karen puts on along with a couple other people from Far West, which is just a great event. A lot of good singers. So it's been fun doing that. But let me sing you this song, and maybe I'll sing it, and maybe I'll tell you a little bit about it if you're interested. There is nothing more important than what we're doing here and now. Singing songs and sharing stories for as long as life allows. I know I'm gonna have to leave you. Everybody leaves sometime. I hope that now and then you'll think of me, and it feels warm and kind. Like a tea bag in the ocean, like a chalk mark in a storm, like a blackbird in a blizzard, looking for a place that's warm. Like a pebble on a mountain, a single leaf upon a tree. I'm only trying to tell a story. I'm only trying to be free. Everybody wants to find a way to leave behind a name. Some want to get $1 million.
Some need to win at every game. But as for me, I would be happy just to leave you with a smile, to remember that I loved you when I was with you for a while. Like a tea bag in the ocean, like a chalk mark in a storm, like a blackbird in a blizzard, looking for a place that's warm. Like a pebble on a mountain, a single leaf upon a tree. I'm only trying to tell a story. I'm only trying to be free. And how I wish that I could ease a little strife in this strange and precious life I'm going through. I know I can't be everything to everyone. I just want to be the best that I can be right here and now for me and you. Like a tea bag in the ocean, like a chalk mark in a storm, like a blackbird in a blizzard, looking for a place that's warm. Like a pebble on a mountain, a single leaf upon a tree. I'm only trying to tell a story. I'm only trying to be free. I'm only trying to tell a story. I'm only trying to be free.
Wonderful, Mike.
Thank you.
I love the opening sentiment. I love the whole song, but
Thank you.
yeah.
I always say it's good that you want to have a good opener. Then if you don't have that, it's hard to get people to listen.
It's true. So, Rob, how about a little bit about you and a song?
Well, I'm Rob Lytle. I'm a songwriter and a singer, and I tell people that I'm not a singer-songwriter. I'm a songwriter-singer, which is a totally different thing. Makes me stand out in the crowd, and I even put it on my business cards. But I'm traveling around the country, based out of Massachusetts and Austin these days, in my RV down in Austin, which is currently sitting off of Lamar, broken down, and we'll see what happens next. But here's a song that might be appropriate under the circumstances. I am invincible, impervious to pain. I am stronger than I look, like a hero from a book. I am not crying over you. I am invincible with skin like Superman. I'm toughened up to take that blow. It's important that you know I am not crying over you. I can make it if I take it all in stride. Use a burst of speed and leave your world behind. Avoid the energy that flashes from your eyes, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine. 'Cause I am invincible, my square jaw held up high, getting news strength from the sun. Though it's true you are the one, I am not crying over you. Oh, I can make it if I take it all in stride. Use a burst of speed and leave your world behind. Avoid that energy that flashes from your eyes, and I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. 'Cause I am invincible, incredible but true. Though I'm not a man of steel, given time these wounds will heal. When I'm through crying, when I'm through crying over you. When I'm through crying over you. When I'm through crying over you. There you go. Thanks, Jan. I gotta go.
Bravo.
Trying to talk to me over here. Hold on.
My goodness.
I'll be back.
Okay. Well, it was a great song. So I'm going to open with my complaint that I was born at the wrong time. Where are all the Gretas and Marlenas and all the Mae Wests? Where are they? No one tells the boys, come up and see me sometime. That's all out of style nowadays. But I still long for old-time steamy romance, satin gowns and stockings with seams, and men that wear trench coats and fedora hats. I wish they'd bring that all back, 'cause I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna whistle like Bacall and have 'em all eating from my hand. They put me on a pedestal, competing for my glance. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. Though I am a liberated woman, sometimes I'd prefer to be a tease. And when I see those starlets with eyes come hither soft, I could pull that off, it seems to me. See? And men would buy me clothes and bring me jewelry and open doors, pull me out a seat, and then stand by politely until I'd sit, enjoy my sparkling wit, a little risque repartee with a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna be the party doll that upsets all their other plans. I know it isn't fashionable, but it's so elegant. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. Dietrich and Davis, they had it made. Mansfield and Monroe, hey, where'd they all go? Well, the women we admire now in the movies are all doctors and lawyers and chiefs. They don't flutter their lashes or swing their hips. They don't pout their lips or sit on anyone's knee. And if they're in some older profession, they've all been reformed by Act 3. They've given up their cigarettes and champagne. I guess we've come a long way, but I sure miss the day of femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna give the boys the eye, call some guy my honey lamb. I know I'd have 'em all in a spell. I'd have 'em in a trance. be sensational. I want to be a vamp.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hold on.
I love that song of yours.
One by
Jen.
one, my earbuds fell out, and so if you said anything, I did not hear it. But thank you. We'll just keep going round and round like that until you make us stop.
Sounds good. I was gonna say you can be the Jessica Rabbit of Far West.
I have been Jessica Rabbit. I have pictures.
I had a feeling. Okay, so this is the only song in my repertoire that has a reference to particle physics.
Your love's a subatomic state that I can never know. I cannot say just where it is or where it's gonna go. And if I ever had the answer, I'm afraid what I might find. It's the dangers of knowing that keep you heavy on my mind. For if your answer is no, I might feel my life is done. Your love means more to me than anything I've ever lost or won. As long as I'm uncertain, I can always treat you kind. But the dangers of knowing keep you heavy on my mind. Yes, the dangers of knowing keep you heavy on my mind. And if your answer was yes, you might think I would be pleased. But every time that I've found love, it brought me to my knees. It's a tangle of emotion I could never hope to find. But it's the dangers of knowing that keep you heavy on my mind. Yes, it's the dangers of knowing that keep you heavy on my mind.
How beautiful, Mike.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah. So we've dealt with the intruder, have we?
You would not believe how much went on between the last time I talked to you. They wanted me out of the space I was because they need to drain the tanks or something from the taco truck. And so they needed me out of that space. So we tried to jump start it. It wouldn't jump start. And then they quickly pushed me out of the spot. And then I jumped back in and turned the mic and the camera back on. So there you go.
We ought to get medals after this is over with. I really want somebody to come around to each of us and deliver a medal and a speech.
Pretty funny.
Really.
Adventures of the Road. Let me make sure I'm in tune here. And I apologize.
No problem.
I had no idea that somebody would walk up like that.
It figures.
Yeah, it is that day. It's that kind of a day.
It's a good thing it's Sunday and nobody's out there on the road.
Well, I actually managed to get on a side street, so I'm just off the main drag, and it looks like I'm gonna have to get a tow truck, unfortunately,
Oh.
because it's still not starting. And
Yeah, the not starting with a jump start is not a good sign.
not a good thing. No, I've had this trouble for a few days, so kind of crazy. Anyway. Here we go. I don't slow down when I'm driving past that town. Pedal to the metal, my foot straight to the floor. I still drive by exit 29 like I did before. Just don't stop there anymore. I watch the road and I keep a steady speed, the left-hand lane. That's where I need to be. I don't stop for gas till I join with 84. I know that town, but I don't stop there anymore. Hey, she's the reason that I used to drive all night, and the reason I won't stop tonight. Oh, when I see that city limit sign, I don't slow down, I don't slow down. She's the reason that I used to drive all night, and the reason I won't stop tonight. Oh, when I see that city limit sign, I don't slow down, I don't slow down. This stretch of road, well, it's like a memory that's reaching still. From her brown eyes to me, a concrete truth, not just a metaphor. I know that town, but I don't stop there anymore. Well, I know that town, but I don't stop there anymore. Well, I know that town, but I don't stop there anymore. Thank you.
Yeah. Boy, I know that feeling. This is for you, Rob, and for anybody else who needs it.
Thanks.
You're no loser, you're not to be pitied. There's nothing you need that you don't have. No new need for shame, nor even regret. You overcame and chose a new path. Your task was hard, mission impossible. Only one unwalkable road. Tears in the rain, suitcase in hand. Just like Pandora, you still had hope. Tempered glass, behind every victory, look for a story where there was no choice. Tempered glass, you stood in that flame, and when it passed, you were tempered glass. You're not shattered, you're not even cracked, 'cause you're not fragile, no, you are strong. And you're not half empty, just not yet full, but I know you will be before too long. Tempered glass, behind every victory, you'll find a story where there was no choice. Tempered glass, you stood in that flame, and when it passed, you were tempered glass. Not transparent, but not obscured. No secrets here, just a little bit clearer and purified. Tempered glass, behind every victory, there'll be a story where there was no choice. Tempered glass, now you stood in that flame, and now it's past, and you're tempered glass.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. It's along the lines of what doesn't kill us, right?
So, what I love doing these things is you hear other songwriters and you go, oh, yeah, I got a song that kind of relates to that. So, I was gonna do a song that related to what Rob did. Then you sang yours, and I thought this is even better fit. So I'm gonna do this one. Maybe I'll do the one about the town you don't want to go back to later, but I'll do this one. So, some of you may know that there's a Japanese concept called kintsugi, and it has to do with repairing broken objects. And the philosophy behind it is that if you perhaps you have a 300-year-old porcelain vase and you break it, and it comes into pieces, and you could throw it away, or you could try to repair it and try to make it so it looks like new and sort of restore it. But the idea of kintsugi is you treat the breakage as part of the history of the object, and you actually repair it so you can see where the breaks were, and you fill it with a gold-colored solder, and it ends up being part of the beauty of the object. So I thought about how that relates to people.
I remember you when you were tough as nails, the one who stood up proudly when everybody bailed. You tell me you are tired now, but they can't keep you down, 'cause you're the strongest person that I've found. And when you find yourself broken, bruised, and sore, when you see yourself in pieces on the floor, we'll find a way to fill each crack and heal you to the core, and you'll find that you are stronger than before. This is not the first time that you've cried. You stood up to the devil when he laughed at you and lied. You wrestled with the tigers, you walked through broken glass. You won and lost so many in your past. And when you find yourself broken, bruised and sore, when you see yourself in pieces on the floor, we'll find a way to fill each crack and heal you to the core. And you'll find that you are stronger than before. I can see each scar and line upon your face, the ragged badge of courage that cannot be erased. Every jagged edge and broken seam is beautiful and bright, like a tattered flag defiant in the night. And when you find yourself broken, bruised and sore, when you see yourself in pieces on the floor, we'll find a way to fill each crack and heal you to the core. And you'll find that you are stronger than before. Like a mended bowl of porcelain with gold in every pore, you'll find that you are stronger than before.
Beautiful.
You can find that online, as it should be heard, with electric 12-string and Hammond organ. It's my homage to the birds, it's homage to the birds too.
Ah.
Hey guys.
Rob?
Can you guys hear me okay? Yes? Alright, good. She's a real fine woman. She'll make some man a lovely ball and chain. And I know that she loves me, but I know she is hoping I will change. And it always makes me sad when she starts to look at me that way. 'Cause she's a real fine woman. One day soon I know she'll walk away. She's a real fine woman, the kind only everything can hold. Straight out of the movies and every tale of heartache ever told. And she knows that I love her, but that is not enough for her, I know. She's a real fine woman. She's gonna do some damage when she goes. She's a real fine woman, but I can't give her what she needs. No matter how we try, she will never ever get that life from me. But if she could meet me halfway, I swear to you I'd give her everything. 'Cause she's a real fine woman, and she deserves a wedding ring. There'll be some kind of a solo here. Da-down, down, da-down, down, da-down, down, da-down, down, da-down, down, down. Da da down, da da down, da da down, da da down, da da down. She's a real fine woman. She'll make some man a lovely ball and chain. And I know that she loves me, but I know she is hoping I will change. So I'll treasure every moment, every second, every hour, every day. And long after she is gone, I'll keep wishing love would somehow found a way. Long after she is gone, I'll keep wishing love had somehow found a way.
Aw.
Nice, Rob. I hope you liked my solo.
I did like it.
Good, good.
Okay. Regrets. Let's see. If I had it to do over, a mulligan for all of those mistakes, maybe I would take it slower and think about the reasons I should wait for the other shoe. But then I wouldn't be with you. If I had it to do over, a second chance to turn and walk away from all those careless promises and all the times my trust was betrayed 'cause I didn't have a clue. But then I wouldn't be with you. You are the reason I still believe a guardian angel watches over me. So if I had it to do over, an opportunity that few receive, then I might be lying here tonight, dreaming dreams that probably would never come true, so I wouldn't follow through, because then I wouldn't be with you.
Nice.
Thank you.
I was having fun playing guitar on that one too, just so you know.
I heard you.
If you do that at Far West, I'll play with you.
Before we go on, I want to mention that in about 5 minutes, when we're done with another round, or 15 minutes, whatever that takes, Mr. Rick Herndon will come and grace us with some of his poetry. And this is the first time in a long time we've had an opportunity to do that, so I'm really looking forward to it. Just so y'all know.
Excellent. So here's some more regrets, or trying not to look back song. And this was inspired. I've written a lot of songs about my life in California, but I also spent 20 years in New Jersey and North Carolina and Pennsylvania, back in the East Coast, Virginia. And I was back visiting recently and actually saw some places I hadn't seen in 40 years or more. And I was struck by how much was the same and how much was different. And I thought about some of the people I knew there, and this kind of inspired me to write this song. Sometimes I'm sinking in too many stories, they're getting so hard to ignore. Each time I get to a new place I'm going, I feel like I've been there before. Lately I've been avoiding home, there's no one there I want to see. I've been trying so hard to be somebody else, I forget what it's like to be me. I drive late at night down the street past your house, even though I know you won't be there. The oak trees have grown, but they still look the same. Can't say the same for my hair. They've patched all the potholes and painted the signs, but that crummy apartment's still standing. And I see a young boy behind a smeared window while a dog takes a pee on the landing. Middletown, I don't want to see you again. Middletown, you never were really my friend. Any place else I can be will be better than the place where I was before. I'm trying to keep the past in the past, like that box that I left on your floor. Then something reminds me, a face or a name, or the words someone scrawled on a wall. And no matter how hard I try not to remember, I can't stop the stories that call. Middletown, I don't want to see you again. Middletown, you never were really my friend. Oh, Middletown, I don't want to see you again. Middletown, you never were really my friend. You never were really my friend.
Wonderful. I've definitely lived in places I don't ever want to see again.
By the way, I picked the name Middletown off a map, and since then I've been to Middletown, Connecticut. It's definitely not Middletown, Connecticut. That's way too nice to be the Middletown in the song. And I was right near Middletown, New York, which I hear is pretty nice. But it's a mythical Middletown. There's like 17 of them in the U.S., so you can pick which one you want it to be.
This fits perfectly in your song.
Well, that's why I chose it.
Yeah, the song I wrote about the town, people always ask me, they say, well, you know, what town is that? What highway is that? And I kind of made all that up too, right? I figured there was an exit 29 somewhere, you know, and that it would work. And that if people really needed to know, well, you know, it's kind of not the point, right?
I thought Garden State Parkway, but again, it doesn't really matter.
This humidity is messing with my tuning, as you can tell. I thought it was supposed to be cooler, Jan. Texas is false advertising right now.
Well, Groupon offered tickets to Austin FC.
Yep.
And I was all excited because they were way less expensive than they would have been normally. And I asked my husband if he wanted to go, my treat. And he said, it's going to be 100 degrees on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
No.
that's why the tickets were so inexpensive, I guess.
Well, I'm going to play a song that's kind of a silly song. And I was at a Jimmy Buffett tribute last night. And when I was 18, maybe 19 years old, no, probably 18 still, I had a good friend, Jerry, who was a huge Jimmy Buffett fan. And one day he said to me, and I became a fan basically through him. And one day he said to me, he said, well, you're a songwriter, write a Jimmy Buffett song for me. And so I took that as a challenge and I wrote this song. So I used to introduce this by saying that if you knew Jimmy Buffett, you should tell him about it because I could use the money. He should play it. So I guess that ship has sailed. But it's kind of a sing-along. Feel free, you know, on the video to take your beer stein and move it back in like a yo-ho-ho pirate manner if you wish to and sing along. Well, I'm running away from my troubles today, running away from the blues. Got a bottle of beer on the bar there before me. It's killing my memories of you. Got a sour expression on my face, and I don't know quite where to start. But before I bore you with my lonely story, I'll start killing the taste in my heart. I'm killing the taste in my heart. I'm killing the taste in my heart. Though I'm not a drinker, it's a good time to start killing the taste in my heart. Hey, bring me another one, mister. Hey, save a trip and bring two, 'cause there's a long night before us and this boy's still conscious. There's a whole lot of drinking to do. She left with a salesman from Cleveland, it's true. They packed up my things in his car. Girl, you took my TV and you ran out on me. Now I'm killing the taste in my heart. Killing the taste in my heart. I'm killing the taste in my heart. Though I'm not a drinker, it's a good time to start killing the taste in my heart. There'd probably be like some kind of marimba solo or something here, you know. I'm just thinking, you know. This is the tender, sensitive part. You can tell because I get quieter. Now I guess I'll forget her tomorrow. And I'm going. I guess I'll forget. I'm sorry, I lost it.
Forgetting your lyrics.
Well, you say I'll forget her tomorrow. There we go. Then I'll go on to somebody new. But I'm sorry, my friends, I've just gotta warn you that only part of that's true. I guess I'll forget her tomorrow, 'cause I'll be sleeping till way after dark. And my brand new girlfriend is here in this bottle, and she's killing the taste in my heart. Big finish. Killing the taste in my heart. I'm killing drinker, it's a good time to start killing the taste in my heart. I'm killing the taste in my heart. Killing the taste in my heart. Though I'm not a drinker, it's a good time to start killing the taste in my heart. So that's my college Jimmy Buffett song.
Nice.
It's great.
Yeah. Well, I can't follow that with anything that would make sense, so I'm going to do something else entirely.
No, something completely different.
Yeah. Well, hopefully something in tune. Yep, good. What humidity. So, when you're hanging by a thread and you're in danger of falling and no one seems to notice, I'll be the one who hears you calling, and I'll be on my way before your thread can fray. When you're hanging by a thread, I'll be your safety net. If you're running out of time, or if your pockets are empty and no one believes in you, for you I'll always have plenty. When you've nothing up your sleeve, you can always count on me. When you're running out of time, I'll be your credit line. I'll be your soothing balm. I'll be your cooling water. I'll be your sister, your brother, and most of all, I'll be your friend. When all you can do is cry, when all your nights are sleepless and no one understands why, I'll be there to help pick up the pieces. When all the notes go wrong and you can't even sing your own song, when all you can do is cry, I'll be your lullaby. I'll be your soothing balm. I'll be your cooling water. I'll be your sister, your brother, and most of all, I'll be your friend. I'll be your rising hope. I'll be your rock of faith. I'll be your melody, harmony. Most of all, I'll be your friend. I'll be your sister, your brother, and best of all, I'll be your friend. There. Thank you. And
That
now
sounds like a reply to me.
that sounds like a what?
A reply, since he couldn't sing his song, that sort of fit right in with your lyrics.
Yes. Funny you should mention it. So now the moment we've all been waiting for. Rick, what have you got for us?
Well, I just have a short one here to, I don't know, I guess start things off, or maybe that's the whole thing. I don't know what you had in mind. Basically, I sometimes get a lot of fun and a spark out of other people's work. And so I have a short poem here first by a friend from New York City that spurred me to write a response. And his title was Question to Another Tourist. I was just past the corner of Far and Wide when something said, "You missed a turn." Or took too many, I replied. way off ahead, the horizon is making a shape I've never seen. So, so, so that's why I'm still going. You? So that's his poem. And mine is a tourist both far and wide. I'd gone down the road about as far as I could when I bumped into a fellow who said that the road up ahead took a shape that he said he had never seen before. He asked me what I thought about that and if it meant I was going to go too. I looked at him and thought a bit before I said, let's break on through. And where we went from that old point is quite a tale, I must say. The road went up, the road went down, the road went this way and that way. We got to know each other by traveling along. That was the best part of all. We helped each other and became good friends. We worked hard together not to fail. No matter whether we wanted to travel, to wind up at the same place today. That's it.
So how about another?
I didn't have one lined up, but I can snag one here probably.
Okay.
You give me a second. The problem is some of these things are seasonal.
This is a season.
Well, yeah, but it's not Christmas or something like that.
Oh.
Okay, here's one called Life Calling. It starts with a quote by one of my friends who has a music blog. Her name's Kathleen Ryan. The quote is, life does call, even scream at times. And my poem says, I can hear it now, far off in the dark night. I can hear life call, screaming for a proper fight. No one knows why it wants that, why it wants to fight. I can hear life call, possibly because there's no light. Maybe it hears the wolves far off and hears the sounds as they bite. I can hear life call, screaming for a proper fight.
Wow. Well, thank you, Rick. That was wonderful.
Sure. My question to you is, before I disappear, do you want more later, or was that it? I don't care either way.
I had planned on one set.
Okay, that's it.
But thank you. Don't run off though.
Oh, I'm not disappearing. I'm just getting rid of the stuff up here that I don't need now.
Oh, okay. So the time has come for the burning question that this is always time for. And I'll start with you, Mike. Where are you going to be next, and where can people find you online?
Let's see. Where am I going to be next? I think the next real set that I have is on October 7th in South Pasadena. We're doing a singer-songwriter evening, and I've got a lot of really good folks joining me. Brent Hahn, Nina Jo Smith, Lauren Lundeen, J.K. Jones, Tisa Adamson, and I'm hoping we're going to have one more person. And we're going to kind of do like what we're doing here. It's a place called Jeweled Universe in South Pasadena. So you're all invited to come to South Pasadena.
Be right there.
A little bit of a ways to go, but I guarantee, I can pretty much guarantee it'll be cooler there than it is in Austin today. So
Sigh. And online you are at?
I'm at MikeBermanMusic.com.
Okay.
And I've got a lot of live video on YouTube. Mike Berman, M. Berman Music. For some reason, Mike Berman Music. I'm getting an echo off of your.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
Anyway, but yeah. So, but I've got like a link. I've got like a link tree for those familiar with that. That's got all the different links to where I'm playing and where you can find my streaming and so forth. So I'll put that in the chat. So
Yes.
love it for people to check it out. It's maybe I'll do this song later, but this is all one fan at a time. So I love it when people go and subscribe, or watch a video. It's very gratifying. I'm definitely at the point in my career where I see every one of them. So so glad to have the support. So thank you. Thank you, Jan, for bringing me here.
Sure, my pleasure. And Rob, how about you?
Am
Where
I
are you
still?
going to be next, and where can people find you online?
Well, I'm at roblytle.com, so it's roblytle.com. Next, I'll probably be riding in a tow truck, but after that, I'm going to be at the Southwest Regional Folk Alliance next week. And I know those showcases at night are open to the public. It's like a $10 charge, and then you can come out and you can do the evening showcases. And that's a great experience. It's the Holiday Inn Midtown. And if you've never been to one of these events, it's really wonderful. There are formal showcases, and then there are late night showcases that go very, very early until the early hours of the morning. And if you like organic music and people just sort of hearing people in sort of the raw state, kind of like you did today, but in person, it's a really wonderful experience. So I'd recommend you do that.
And Rob,
Okay.
say hello to my buddy Jackson Emmer, who's going to be there. So I know he's.
I will. I'm going to make a point of that, actually.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so yes, that is the Holiday Inn Midtown in Austin. And the tickets actually this year are 15. I just found this out yesterday. So no accounting for inflation. I want to say a particular personal hello to Janet Buller, who designed, this album cover for me. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Welcome, Janet. You can find me online at janseides.com. And it's spelled just the way you see it here in the corner of my little cell. And the next show like this will be, wow. The next show that I'll be doing will be second Sunday at Kick Butt Coffee, which is now rev back up again. And it'll be Janine Higgins and Don Berryhill. But the next show online, like this one, is going to be Neil Dale and Chris Collins. Neil is somebody new that I met, I think, at Far West online in a song circle, in Karen's song circle. And Chris Collins, I've known for years. I met him when I was doing shows at all the Borders bookstores. This one was in Houston. He was a songwriter on hiatus, or at liberty, as they say, and thinking about giving it up. And being at my show inspired him to continue. And he has been very successful at doing. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the person's John Denver tribute shows that have been just amazing and getting an amazing response from audiences all over the country. I'm very proud to know him. His name is Chris Collins, and he'll be on this show on October 29th. And in between, I'll be going to Swerfa, like Rob, and to Far West, like Mike. And also, I have 2 shows in Michigan. So that is going to suck up most of my October. If you'd like to know about this show and you're somewhere other than in Austin, or even if you're in Austin, put your name in the chat and your email and let me know that that's why you're putting it there. And I'll be happy to put you on the mailing list. It'll give me great pleasure. And now let us continue. Oh, I did want to say, however, I put this in the chat, but for those of you who were not in the chat, like those on Facebook, Rob is sitting on the side of the road and is going to have to call a tow truck at some point here. And money is going to become an issue between him and the tow truck driver or the tow truck company. So please tip generously. There is the means to do that in the chat.
I'm glad to be the inspiration for people giving a little bit of cash. That's great.
And now, Mike, would you like to carry on?
Okay, and
Go back on mute.
I guess Rob's going to mute, although I'm sorry to lose that kind of highway noise because this song starts out on the highway. So.
Drove from LA to Reno just to say my goodbye. And for hours on the highway, I've been trying not to cry. The sun softly shining and the cottonwoods sway. But the way that I'm feeling, it should be raining today. We drove it together, Highway 395, in a rusty Toyota. Can't believe we survived. We were talking and laughing and singing away. Now I'm feeling dark and cloudy. It should be raining today. It should be raining today. Not a cloud in the sky, and the sun burns like fire, and the blue sky's a lie. I've been nothing but lonely since you passed away. And the way that I'm feeling, should be raining today. Now all that you left me was this Gibson guitar, the one you were picking in that North Hollywood bar. You put it in my hand and you taught me to play. I'm so lonesome I could cry. It should be raining today. I can feel every mark your fingers left in the wood, and I practiced for hours like you told me I should. But I can't match the rhythm of that lick you would play, and I'm forgetting the chords. It should be raining today, and the way that I'm feeling, should be raining today. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Very nice. Now I've got some kind of a plane crash behind me.
Not really, right?
I don't know, it's probably landing.
Not where you are. It shouldn't be.
I hope they don't tell you to move the RV again.
Sir, you've got to move that RV. We've got a plane coming in. Got an emergency landing on Lamar. Pretty funny. Well, if I had air conditioning, I could just live here because there's like tacos and all kinds of stuff right near me. So if I could just run an electric cord to this taco stand right here, I'd be good.
I didn't realize you were sitting in the heat. That makes me doubly grateful you said yes to this.
You're welcome. Thank you. I really did need it, so thank you. I hope things are better and you're doing fine. We could face this together if you just let me try. But that's not in your nature, I know that so well. So I'll leave you alone, I will leave you alone, Annabelle. So I'll leave you alone, I will leave you alone, Annabelle. You are going to places you won't let me go, and going through pain you won't let me know. And you say I can't save you if you can't save yourself. So I'll leave you alone, I will leave you alone, Annabelle. So I'll leave you alone, I will leave you alone, Annabelle. And are you feeling stronger? I can't deny that that hurts, to know that trying to love you makes things worse. Is it warm where you're sleeping, or is cold what you need? Some discomfort that moves you ever further from me. But I know that you're right, and I love you, can't you tell? So I'll leave you alone, I will leave you alone, Annabelle. So I'll leave you alone, I will leave you alone, Annabelle. 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 Annabelle.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank
Well,
you very
that's,
much.
yeah, that was silly Annabelle. Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
So I'm going to change the subject just a little bit. I wrote this song with Jen Cass, who is in Michigan. She's somebody whose writing I very much admire, and I was delighted when she let me be part of this song. Because I was driving to Kansas, and this was the day after the Coventry School in Tennessee, and all the flags were at half mast. And I at first, after I finally figured out why they were at half mast, it just I found it irritating, and I commented on Facebook. They might as well just leave them at half mast until they're willing to do something about the problem. Well, a couple days later, I got a note from Jen, and it was these lyrics, and I was floored, and I said, "That's just gorgeous. Congratulations." And she said, "Well, it was your idea. You'll see how where the connection is." And I said, "Well, in that case, may I set them so that it will be a true collaboration?" And she was happy with the result, and this is the result. The flags above my country are at half staff once again, And we're burying our children and their teachers and their friends. Hey, law enforcement got him, and he only murdered 10. But the flags above my country are at half-staff once again. The flags above my country are at half-staff every day, and the folks who hold the power seem to have nothing to say. They just send their thoughts and prayers up to protect the NRA. So the flags above my country are at half-staff every day. You can leave the flags at half-staff. It'll save us all some time. We can skip right to the part where we say this is God's design, as we scroll the names and faces that were cut down in their prime. The flags above my country should be upside down today. The risk to life and property cannot be prayed away, and no good guy with a gun can stop a nation led astray. The flags above my country should be upside down today.
Wow.
Thank you.
How am I going to follow that? I mean, I could do a serious, sad song. We could go that way, or I could do something completely silly. What do people want to vote? What do you say, Jan?
You've got the only vote that really counts, Mike.
Boy, I don't know.
You're the
'Cause I
man
had
with the
something
guitar.
really silly queued up, and then I thought, wow, maybe. All right, well, let me do this.
Silly's good.
Yeah.
We'll go for silly. All right, well, we got to vote for silly, so we'll go there. So, this isn't completely baked yet. In fact, I just changed a couple of words. I played this. I got a chance to play this for Dan Byrne, and he gave me some tips, and I haven't incorporated all of them yet, but I did one thing that based on something suggestion he had. So, but don't blame him for the song. It's called Road Trip 1975.
Saturday in Bellingham, we're just back from Vietnam, looking for some dope round here today. It's a long way from Mexico, and we don't know nobody going down to Acapulco anyway. My buddy says he knows a guy that knows a way to get us high, just across the border in Vancouver, BC. Let's gas up the old microbus, put Jerry on the 8-track. We can roll across the border, you and me. They say it's higher in Canada. The people there are very nice, and everybody's got some grass to share. Yes, it's higher in Canada. Hail Columbia, we'll find what we are looking for up there. We got to Vancouver about 10 in the evening. We didn't know our way around the town. Looking for a dude named James, but we don't know his last name. Just cruising the streets up and down. Then my buddy said, I know that guy. Let's stop and we'll give it a try to see if he can find us a supply. We bought a key of decent shit, decided we would have a hit, and soon we were wasted and high. And we got higher in Canada. In the morning at Tim Hortons, we got coffee and donuts to share. Yes, we were higher in Canada. We tried to head back home, but we weren't sure how to get here from there. When we got to the border, the agent stared at us and asked the purpose of our visit that day. All we could do was stare at him, trying hard not to grin. He smiled and said, "Boys, have a nice day." And it was higher in Canada. I love the friendly people, and to tell the truth, those donuts weren't half bad. Yes, we were higher in Canada. And someday I will go back there, 'cause it was about the best day that I've had. Oh, Canada, glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we will get high with thee.
Marvelous. Boys, have a nice day. You could tell instantly you were not in Texas. So, Rob, do you know your picture has gone away?
Oh, sorry. There it is.
I meant to ask you, Lamar and what?
I'm not positive. I wasn't paying that close attention. I'm north. I'm north of Austin, so
North of
and
183?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to get a tow truck, you got to tell him where to go.
Yeah, they've got this miracle thing on phones now where you can actually say, "Where am I?" And they will tell you.
Drop
Oh,
a
I,
pin
you were
for him.
just, I thought when he showed up, you were going to grin and say, "I'm wherever you want me to be."
No, he should get out of the heat sometime
There we
real
go.
soon.
There you are.
Yep.
Well, that's the dilemma, right? Is like I'm gonna try and see if I can get it running one more try, but I don't know what's going on here. I mean, the dilemma is, do I go get a hotel room, right, rent a car, and then come back and get all my valuables out of here, right? And then and deal with all that, because I don't want to leave it where it is with my guitars and stuff in it, right? Or do I find a way to get it towed today, even though I know there's no garage open today, right? So I'm not going to be able to talk to anybody. So I'm just going to kind of like tow it to a parking lot somewhere based on a recommendation. So, but I've got time after this to think about it, so we'll figure that out.
Well, as I said earlier, if you need my help, all you have to do is let me know.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the meantime,
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got another one. This is for someone who will remain nameless. You're packing up your bag to go, 'cause you say you need some time alone. And I know you love me, baby. Know you love me when you're gone. And no matter where our bodies are, There's a lifeline that connects our hearts, and I know you love me, baby. I know you love me when you're gone. Oh, in this world of you and me, there's still room for you to be just you. And anyone who takes the gift of love and turns it into a burden is a fool. And baby, I'm no fool. So if our friends should ever wonder why we explore the world alone sometimes, it's 'cause I know you love me, baby. I know you love me when you're gone. And this road of ours will never end, for love will always bring us back again. And I know you love me, baby. I know you love me when you're gone. Oh, in this world of you and me, there's still room for you to be just you. And anyone who takes the gift of love and turns it into a burden is a fool. Baby, I'm no fool. So I'll kiss you and I'll say goodbye. Well, I hope you have a real nice time. And I know you love me, baby. Know you love me when you're gone. How could I miss you if you never went away? How could I love you but expect you'd never change? And you know I love you, baby. I do. Thank you.
My goodness, you have such a nice way of putting those feelings into words.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to do my kintsugi song. I have one, of course. But I can't seem to settle on one prompt. I have a really hard time when there's just one prompt. I have to come up with some other reason to be writing the song, or the song doesn't happen. So what happened here was I stumbled across that concept because of a Facebook post. And there was a picture of a vase that had been done to, and it was really, I mean, if anything, it was more beautiful than when it started out. So it was that and Leonard Cohen, his passing, and the mention of there's a crack in everything, that's how the light gets in. Yeah, that's also how the light gets out in my book. Every lesson you learned is gold. Every scar where you healed is strong. You may once or twice have been broken. You've done nothing wrong. Every outcome that didn't match all your plans and all your dreams, all the beauty you think you lack, is ablaze for all to see. 'Cause your light shines through, your light shines through. It's what makes you you. And the cracks are there, so your light shines. Your light shines. All the obstacles in your path all the trials you rose above, all those faults that you think you have, well, they are why you are loved. 'Cause your light shines through, your light shines through, is what makes you you, and the cracks are there, so your light shines, your light shines. It's true, you are not perfect, but no one is perfect, and that matters so much less than you'd expect. 'Cause your light shines through, your light shines through, it's what makes you you, and the cracks are there, so your light shines, your light shines, your light shines through, your light shines through, it's what makes you you, and the cracks are there, so your light shines, and your light shines through. Thank you.
Hello. Sorry, I had a minor technical problem there. I love that song. I think you did that once at one of the Far West campfires, didn't you?
I may have. There have now been so many song circles, and they're all wonderful, but I don't ever remember what I've done where
It's
anymore.
hard to keep track, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try out my new E-flat harmonica. I made a big investment, got an E-flat harmonica. Because sometimes D is too low and E is too high. Or you want to play with a piano player and they'd rather play an E-flat. So, this is about when you know you need to engage with somebody and work something out and they just are not willing to engage with you. It's called Middle of the Ring. This corner she stands, angry and proud, she's been wronged, on that we agree. She's twisting and stomping and shouting out loud, and I know she's coming for me. I can't really argue with the words that she says, saying sorry won't make it right. But I'm not giving up the things that we had, so I've got no choice but to fight. Meet me in the middle of the ring. We'll touch our gloves and you'll take the first swing. Flat on my back, I can't hear a thing. Meet me in the middle of the ring. You can come at me, give me all that you got. I'm weary, but I know I can take it. A left and a right and a punch at the belt. Just 10 rounds, I think I can make it. Meet me in the middle of the ring. We'll touch our gloves, then you'll take the first swing. Flat on my back, I can't hear a thing. Meet me in the middle of the ring. Anytime that you want, we can walk away from this fight. We can put down our gloves and go into the clutch.
dancing together all night. Meet me in the middle of the ring. I'll close my eyes when you take the first swing. Down for the count, I can't feel a thing. Meet me in the middle of the ring. Oh, meet me in the middle of the ring. We'll touch our gloves, then you'll take the first swing. Flat on my back, can't hear a thing. Meet me in the middle of the ring. Meet me in the middle of the ring.
Thank you. Later, Karen. See you soon.
It's funny, I'm not seeing the comments at all. I should be looking at that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't see the comments. What am I doing here? There we go.
It's trickier on the iPad. There's just not as much real estate.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. And understandably, I've had to focus a little more than usual. Had a few things going on. So are we done, or are we going around again? What are we doing?
We go around. We have probably this round and probably another.
All right. Well, there you go. I went for a long time not really performing out, and I kind of went back to Kerrville. This must have been like 8 or 9 years ago at least. And on the plane, I wrote this song on the way to Kerrville and played it there for the first time. And you'll see why. It's a song about performing for yourself and singing for yourself rather than having expectation that it's going to make you famous, or that sort of pressure of like, you know, trying like look at me that you have when you're extremely young. And at a certain point you realize that ironically that's even counterproductive, right? That once you start to relax and inhabit who you are, that it's a lot more compelling, and letting people come to you is a lot more powerful anyway. But I wrote this song at that time, so I'm going to play it. Looks like I'm back on the way again. I got bored up on the shelf. Last time I did it for the world to see. This time I'll do it for myself. How can you run as you're meant to run when you're worried all the time? I'm not done, so I'm gonna run straight through the finish line. Oh, I gotta keep moving, keep the wheels turning round, keep on moving, moving on till they lay me down. Oh, I gotta keep moving, that's the only way I know. Keep on moving, pump me out toward the open road. Hey, pump me up, jack me up, move me along, get me out on that track. I'm a little rusty from the years gone by, but I'm still a maniac. Too old, too fat, too slow, you know, maybe I should lay down and die. But I'm not done, so I'm gonna run straight through the finish line. Because I gotta keep moving, keep the wheels turning round, keep on moving, moving on till they lay me down. Oh, I gotta keep moving, that's the only way I know. Keep on moving, pull me out toward the open road. you're sitting by the side of that road, watching life pass you by, dreaming of the glory of your younger days with the sadness in your eyes. But life is short and dead is done, and no one gets more time. So take your place in the human race, straight through the finish line, because we gotta keep moving, keep the wheels turning round, keep on moving, moving on till they lay us down. We gotta keep moving, that's the only way I know. Keep on moving, pull me out to the open road, because I gotta keep moving, keep the wheels turning round, keep on moving, moving on till they lay me down. Oh, I gotta keep moving, that's the only way I know. Keep on moving, hey, hey, there's the open road. There's the open road. There it is. There's the open road.
Nice. Definitely.
And the car goes by right at the end too, which is perfect.
Yeah.
You used to sing that for the tow truck driver when he asks you why you need a tow.
Thank you.
Gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
Irony.
A familiar. This endeavor seems to have its fair share of disappointment as part of the package. But yeah, they're all for me, really. Speaking of which, as you mentioned, Swerfa is coming up, and I'm going to do two songs that, in one way or another, were inspired by being at that conference. For the uninitiated, it's Southwest Regional Folk Alliance, which we affectionately know as SWRFA. And it's going to be taking place at the end of this coming week. I had a conversation with a DJ after I did a song at the open mic by the pool on the first night. This is a few years ago. And he asked me about the song, and he said, well, what are you planning to do with it? And I said, I don't know. There's about 6 or 7 of them now. Maybe they'll turn into an album. We'll see. And he said, well, if you decide to make that album, I think it'll be a breakout for you. So I scurried home and wrote the rest of the songs. And to my astonishment, it didn't get played much when I sent it out, and even he, the person who suggested it, didn't play it. I had an opportunity to ask him why at some point, and he said he was getting thousands of CDs a day. This endeavor contains its fair share of disappointments. But I couldn't let go of the idea, so after it turned into a CD, it thereafter turned into a book, and now it has turned into a musical that I finished writing at the end of the pandemic, and I'm now looking for people to put it on a stage. The premise behind it was all the people that you meet in biblical stories that you don't ever get to find anything out about them, including this one who was the subject of my first attempt at this, because she seemed pretty important. But there's 2 sentences in the Bible about her, and one of them is that she had weak or cow-like eyes, depending on the translation you read. And I thought she required more than that, and I have kind of an exaggerated sense of responsibility, so I decided it was my job to tell her story. This is her story. As far back as I remember, I was always Rachel's sister. Sometimes I thought that started before she was even born. She was lively, she was clever, and everybody loved her. And when the men came looking, it was Rachel they looked for, not me. I was Rachel's sister. Jacob saw her fetching water, asked if she was Laban's daughter, and she ran home to let us know to make room for one more. I fell in love that night at dinner. He never saw for watching her. When the meal was over, it was Rachel he asked for, not me. I was Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. They said Jacob was the trickster, but my father brought me forward on Rachel's wedding day, draped in veils upon his arm. But then Jacob worked the harder, and for Rachel too he bartered. Still, I thought I'd win him when each new son was born to me. Rachel's sister. But every night I'd hear her whisper, give me sons like you gave my sister, and prove that you love me, prove you love me more. So then one night he did it, and little Joseph was his favorite. But Rachel died in childbirth when her second son was born, leaving me, Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. Every now and then I wonder, is he still thinking of her? Though I'm the one that keeps him warm when the nights are cold. Did she love him as I love him? Or did she just love to win? But I am, but she is blessed memory, so I will never know. I am only Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were given. Here is the truth, not the one the old men told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister, and it can only be told by Rachel's sister.
I love that, Jan, and what a great concept, because there's so many great human stories, especially in the Old Testament.
That's, I thought that too. I didn't mean to imply that nobody played it. There were quite a few people who did, but the person who incited all that, you know?
Yep.
That's the way. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah. So this will be our last round. We don't have to get off right at 5 because nobody's waiting for this stage, but we do have to get off because Rob needs to call a tow truck for one thing. Anyway, so this is our last round, and I want to thank you so much, both of you, for being here. Mike, I'm really glad you said yes. I'm delighted in your songs, every one of them.
Thank you
And
so
Rob,
much.
the same for you. And even under extra duress, bless your heart, you deserve a medal.
You will never know how funny it was when that person started talking to me, and then what happened in that short time while you guys played your two songs.
I
And then I
packed
came.
a lot of time, a lot of stuff into that short time.
I think there's a song in there.
Yeah, I do too. When you're through being whatever you're being over all this, you can probably write the song. And I
I
bet you
was
it'll be
watching you.
funny.
I was watching you, Rob, and I thought, oh, somebody's trying to get his attention, and he's just soldiering on, man. That's inspirational for all of us. It's like, no, I'm in the song. People watch it. I'm going to do the song. They can wait, whatever it is.
That's
I kept
called showmanship.
like a pitcher shaking off the signs. I kept like shaking them off.
Yeah.
Let's say you start yelling fire. I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to do a song that really relates to Rob's song, and there's another take on that, and also the story you told, Jan. So it's called One Fan at a Time. I used to have ambitions that I could be a star. I'd write a song, record it, and hear it in my car. But now I've faced reality, it's a tough uphill climb. Trying to find an audience, one fan at a time. One fan at a time, my friends, one fan at a time. Recording in a studio and spinning out a rhyme. I think I may be going broke, but I'm having a good time. Trying to find an audience, one fan at a time. I met a guy who told me I could get 1 million plays. Sorry, I would only cost me pennies and I'd have a hit for days. But it was just a ripoff, a crooked scammy plot. And the only ones who listened were a bunch of phony bots. So I went out performing, I hit the open mics. Sometimes waited hours for my moment in the lights. And I thought I had a real gig just the other day, only to find out it was another pay to play. One fan at a time, my friends, one fan at a time. Recording in a studio and spinning out a rhyme. I think I may be going broke, but I'm having a good time. Trying to find my audience, one fan at a time. I was in a venue when a lady grabbed me tight. She whispered in my ear the things that she could do that night. I told her, hey baby, that all sounds good to me. But first I gotta ask, would you please buy my CD? One fan at a time, my friends, one fan at a time. Recording in a studio and spending my last dime. Think I might be going broke, but I'm having a good time. Trying to find an audience, one fan at a time. Here's the payoff. So maybe you were wondering just what you could do. Follow me, please subscribe and like me on YouTube. Sign up for my mailing list, it won't cost you a dime. And you can be the next to join, one fan at a time. One fan at a time, my friends, one fan at a time. Recording in a studio and spinning out a rhyme. I think I may be going broke, but I'm having a good time. Trying to find my audience, one fan at a time. So should I put my link tree up again?
Yes, yes, you should. And you probably do have at least one, probably more.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, Jan, for having me here. This is really fun.
My pleasure. Rob, what you got?
Hello. I guess I'll finish with my semi-hit. This is a song called Daddy Knows What Boys Want. And it's the one that all the DJs like but didn't play because that has the word breast in it. And they were worried about playing it in drive time in the South. So if I ever re-release it, I'm going to have the word chest, which is somehow more acceptable for some reason.
Good Lord.
Kind of crazy, huh? Oh, when she falls in love, there are certain things a girl won't think of. I have been around a few more years than you. That's how I know, so don't let Bobby touch your breasts. Don't let Bobby stick his hands up your dress. Daddy knows what boys want. Daddy knows what boys do. Daddy knows what boys want. Daddy was a boy once too. Oh, I walked in on you and Bobby in a kiss. Don't try telling me how in the sun it is. Oh, I know what I'm looking at. That kid Bobby is a sex maniac. Daddy knows what boys want. Daddy knows what boys do. Daddy knows what boys want. Daddy was a boy once too. And all I need is just a little more time. 40 years and I will be just fine. You're a woman in a grown-up world, but still you're daddy's little girl. Well, you tell me that he's the only one for you. The only boy to make your teenage dreams come true. But just do me a favor, please. Either change that skirt or join a nunnery. Daddy knows what boys want. Daddy knows what boys do. Daddy knows what boys want. Daddy was a boy once too. Oh, Daddy knows what boys want. Daddy knows what boys do. Daddy knows what boys want. Daddy was a boy once too. Yeah, Daddy was a boy once too. Your daddy was a boy once too.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you.
Brilliant.
This has been
Well,
great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the heat.
I've got the fan on now, so
Oh,
we'll go
good.
from there.
Well, I'm going to do one that also has a reference to Swerfa because my favorite part of Swerfa is that fishbowl at the beginning. It's the only regional that does this. When you pick up your registration stuff, there's a fishbowl with a bunch of little pieces of paper like fortune cookie fortunes. That's what they're called. And what they are is song prompts. And you reach in the fishbowl, and that prompt you pull out, that's yours. And you get to present the song after multiple workshops and panel discussions and official showcases and unofficial showcases that last till 2 in the morning, and then the Beatles jam that lasts until 5 a.m. You get to present your song at breakfast on Sunday morning. And the really startling thing is most of us do it, and some of the songs that they're spectacularly good. So this particular one that I'm about to sing, it was the weekend that Friday was the confirmation hearings for I wipe his name from my mind. Christine Blasey Ford testified against him that he had once committed sexual assault, and she was Kavanaugh, yeah, that one. And those hearings were going on while we were sitting at lunch on Friday afternoon. And it was very upsetting. And suddenly I knew what to do with my prompt, which was basically the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Here's the song. And I made it deliberately a cappella because I want people to be able to sing it while they're marching. Gonna lay my serenity on the line, boys. I'm laying my serenity on the line. You used to call me adaptable, but now I must decline. I won't accept what I know needs changing. Gonna lay my courage on the line, boys. I'll be laying my courage on the line. I used to go along to get along like I was deaf and blind. Now I won't accept what I know needs changing. Gonna stop apologizing. Gonna stop apologizing. Gonna stop apologizing. 'Cause I'm not sorry. I'm laying my wisdom on the line, boys. I'm laying my wisdom on the line. And I'll keep on persisting, and I'll take back what is mine, and I won't accept what I know needs changing. I won't accept what I know in my heart, and I always have. I won't accept what I know needs changing.
Excellent.
So there.
Yeah.
Me either.
Good.
I'll sing it with you.
I think that's
Okay.
important. We have to speak up, right?
Sometimes it feels futile, but yeah.
Yeah.
But not this time. I am so glad both of you are here. Thank you so much for being here. I'll just slap my keyboard around while I'm saying this. Yes. You too. And you
Those are
too, Rob.
Yeah, thank you.
And do please feel free to call on me if you need me.
Yeah, I'll reach out in probably a half an hour or so and let you know what's going on with me.
Great.
I just need a tiny bit of time to collect myself, but we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck,
Thank
Rob.
you. I'm going to stop the share. I probably should have said goodbye to all those people, and I'm going to stop the recording.